straight from my inbox to you. Usisi is 29 years old.
Come here, swap. Yes, queen, let it die, honey. It's like I'm now yana technology one yana kata yana vandaag day them she him his. Yeah.
TikTok isn't just an app for viral dances and funny skits. It is actually an economic hub, but that potential is capped in South Africa due to the absence of the TikTok Creative Fund as well as the TikTok Shop. The Minister of Communications has called out TikTok to say bring the Creative Fund to South Africa, and a bunch of other creators like Brandon Roberts have come out and said TikTok must bring the Creative Fund to South Africa. And that got me thinking, is TikTok the game changer that we need in our struggling economy, especially with our high youth unemployment rate? Let's break it down. Hi, I'm Seho, and this is Seho Breaks It Down, where we break down our world one crazy thing at a time. If deep dives are something that you are interested in, please click the button below and subscribe. Today we are talking about the TikTok Creative Fund, and I thought a good place to start would be to explain what the Creative Fund is. So the Creative Fund is a mechanism where TikTok rewards creators for their content based on their engagement, views, and overall reach. The TikTok Creative Fund has been rolled out in countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Spain, France, to name a few. In the US specifically, TikTok had pledged $200 million. Yes, you heard me right, $200 million in 2020 towards the TikTok Creative Fund, later revising it to $1 billion over 3 years. And to South Africa, zero.
Those paragraphs, they are not occupied as Kangani. Like you can I'm trying to be traumatized. There's something come into my mind.
Thinking of that, how many TikTok users are in South Africa? So South Africa has about 17 million TikTok users. We are amongst the largest group. We are amongst the largest TikTok users in the world and also in the continent. Here's why it matters. South Africa is in the middle of an unemployment crisis, with an unemployment rate of 32.1%, of which 45.5% of that is the youth. Now let's compare it with countries where the Creative Fund exists. In the United States, the employment rate now stands at 4.2%. In the UK, 4.4%. And even Spain, which has traditionally had the highest unemployment rate amongst the EU countries, has an unemployment rate of 10.4%. So TikTok has become a revenue stream for many creators that far surpasses traditional employment. I mean, if let's say we make an example in South Africa, if 2% of the youth earn a living from TikTok, right, that would be about 240,000 people. Of that 240,000, if they make a stable income of 5,000 Rand per month on TikTok, that means that a staggering 1.2 billion Rand will flow into the South African economy. But TikTok isn't just about specific individuals making money. It is about creating an economic hub, creating an ecosystem of photographers, of videographers, of editors, of managers, of social media strategists, of small entrepreneurs who just want to push their product. So what is the bigger picture? The bigger picture is digital inclusion. Beyond creators, small businesses thrive on TikTok. The e-commerce integration with Shopify allows businesses to directly sell on the app. So if you are selling your lotions, your soaps, if you're selling clothing, if you're selling shoes, bags, whatever it is, you can link directly to your market on TikTok Shop. It's an untapped market, and I mean with 17 million users, your customer is definitely out there.
TikTok has not sent me my paycheck yet for this month. I normally get paid on the 15th, and it is now the 16th. We're only a few hours away from it being the 17th, and I've not received it. And normally I'll get a notification sometime earlier in the morning on the 15th from TikTok that they've sent the pay, and then I get it at PayPal sometime that day. It varies, like sometimes I get it quickly, sometimes it's not till late in the evening that day, but I've always, ever since I've been monetizing on TikTok, I've always gotten my pay on the 15th of the month, and it is now almost the 17th and I still haven't received it. And I called PayPal and I asked them, because thinking maybe there was a hiccup over there, and they said they have no record of receiving it. And so, you know, of course there's a chance that all of this is a glitch, but I can't help but think that something's awfully coincidental that this is happening days before the potential TikTok ban.
Here's why I left the Creator Rewards program again. If you're thinking about joining the Creator program, don't do it. Don't waste your time. It is no longer worth it. I just left the Creator program for the second time. I was in it since the end of last year, and I left earlier this year because TikTok was heavily suppressing my views, and I wanted to leave to see if in fact they were, and they did. Once I left the program and posted a new video, my views went up, and so many people said, I hadn't seen you on my For You page in months. So I gave it a couple weeks, I posted content, and I wanted to try again to see, okay, are they really doing this when you join the program or are they not? So I rejoined the program probably a few weeks later after that, and I actually had some decent traction. So I was like, okay, maybe we're good. Wrong. With the new algorithm change, everything is so messed up in the algorithm, and I'm seeing so many people saying that since they've been in the new program that was beta before and now it's the new Creator Rewards, they are making zero money. Their videos are getting heavily suppressed. None of their followers are seeing their videos, and I can affirm to this that TikTok is now suppressing my content. I feel like the algorithm changed right around the second week in June because
I just decided to leave the TikTok Creator Rewards program. I've watched a couple videos of other creators suggesting it because I feel like it's really not worth the effort. Not making any money on there. Views are really suppressed. Like for my 1-minute videos, like it's a struggle bus, like climbing views, because they deliberately show your videos to just your followers. So those don't count as relevant views. I decided to just opt out of that, and it's really easy to do. I just left yesterday, and I'm gonna start posting and getting consistent views. One of the creators, I'm sorry, I don't remember who, but they recommended growing your views first up to the thousands and also growing your followers to at least 100K before rejoining the program. But these are creators that have a lot of followers and they have a lot of experience with that. So they noticed that their views started going up after they left the program. So I'm gonna give it a try. If you don't know my channel, here is a...
So TikTok's Creator Fund has had its fair share of criticism from those countries where this option is available. Excuse me. Specifically, if you in the montage, you'll see that specifically in the US, most of them in the US who have been complaining about the TikTok Creator Fund, which was at some point turned into the TikTok Creator Rewards program. So some of them have been talking about how the payouts are infrequent and inconsistent, and some of them will also complaining about the fact that they are too low. I mean, they would pay about, so a TikToker in the US might earn 2 to 4 cents per view, and 2 to 4 cents per 1,000 views. So basically a video of 1 million views might make only about $20 to $40, which in South African rands is about $370 to $740. So that's not exactly life-changing money, but the impact is not just in the direct payouts, but in the opportunities that it creates. So before we go to that, some of the complaints that I've seen online is the fact that creators are complaining that when they joined the creator fund, they had noticed that TikTok had started stifling their views. So a creator with 1 million followers, who would usually get about 2, 3 to 5 million views on a video, would get less than their supposed followers. So they would get about, let's say, 500,000 views instead of the millions and millions of views that they would get. And they'd notice that when they leave the fund, then their views would go back up to where they were before. So they are of the view that TikTok is stifling and is not pushing out their videos because they're part of the creator fund. Some of the creators have said that TikTok does not pay on time. TikTok is a very bad employer, does not pay on time. So some of TikTok pays out on the 15th in the United States, and the 15th would come and go, and the 16th would come and go, and they would still receive no payment. But when they check on the app, it would say that they have been paid. So those are the issues that they have been experiencing.
Why doesn't TikTok expand the creator fund to a global audience? Why is it only limiting it to first world countries? Currently, the TikTok creator fund is in the US, the UK, France, Germany, Japan, South Korea, and Brazil. What makes those countries so special? What makes those creators more worthy of getting a reward as opposed to creators all around the world? My understanding is that the TikTok creator fund is there to incentivize people to use TikTok. A lot of creators, me included, put so much time and effort into creating content that inevitably keeps people scrolling longer on this app, making more money for TikTok. So shouldn't all creators be rewarded? Why are we only limiting it to the people in these developing countries or developed countries? Why aren't we expanding or rolling this out across the world? That is the frustration that we're all facing these days. I think as people who are not from these developed countries, we got so frustrated because TikTok was bending over backwards to stay in the US. And the US at some point banned them. It's just really frustrating. And as a creator, I feel like I have to go create content on other platforms such as, the Red video app, just so that I can try to create a revenue stream for myself. Sure, that's the case for a lot of creators who are not from those elite countries. So yeah, I share the frustration of this person. I've had several videos that have hit millions of views, and it's all done for nothing.
So where do we stand? Knowing what we know, knowing that it's not gonna change our lives, but it may be a game changer. Should we have TikTok, TikTok shop as well as the TikTok creator fund? My opinion, this is just a stepping stone. Even if the fund does not pay out as much as we might dream that it pays out, I think it would help young entrepreneurs, young content creators to get themselves and the name of their brands and businesses out there. They can work through affiliate links, through marketing. I mean, we already see. But there's a broader market out there, and if TikTok is a place that people can market on, then why not? We've seen people sell cars, we've seen people sell their beauty products, we've seen people sell their hair on TikTok. So it is a stepping stone. Yes, the creator fund is not a magic bullet that's gonna turn off unemployment, but it is an opportunity for us to make money, to grow our businesses. At the end of the day, no matter what we believe, whether we want it or we don't, it is ultimately up to TikTok, the company, to decide whether it wants to bring the creator fund to South Africa. The best we can do right now is hope and pray that it happens, and even if it doesn't, let's turn the opportunity into what it is. So what do you think? Should we fight to bring the creator fund to South Africa? Is it even worth it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time when we break it down one crazy thing at a time. Bye.